Hi students, welcome back to the physics class. So we have seen first chapter, that is the introduction of physics. So physics is the one of the very important branch of natural science along with chemistry and biology. So physics covers the entire universe. It deals with the microscopic particles like atoms, molecules, and inside the atoms nucleus, and also inside the nucleus we have electrons, protons and quarks particles are there. So starting from those very fundamental particles to the entire universe up to galaxies, stars, planets. So it covers from microscopic to macroscopic level, and it explains about the nature and it explains the various natural phenomena. So everything exists in the universe. So simply it explains about how the universe behaves. So how the natural phenomena exist. By seeing the various observations in our day-to-day life, we analyzing what the concept, what the logic behind them. So that is revealed by the physics. So physics explains those physical phenomenon, those natural existings. So simply that is called physics. We move to second lesson, that is units and measurements. In the first lesson simply we started with the introduction and what is the scope of the physics, what is the applications of physics, and we have seen the nature of forces. Only in nature there are four forces. So what are they? You know, the first one is the gravitational force, then electromagnetic force, and strong and weak nuclear forces are there. So simply the first lesson is the intro of physics. Now we move to second lesson, units and measurements. So what is the need of units and measurements? So the physical quantities, we know, if you want to buy anything, if you go to market and if you want to buy a vegetables or rice, or if you take the class for stitching pants or shirts, so you have to ask in some quantities to represent the dimensions and the properties of the materials. If you go to the market, if you ask the shopkeeper how much of vegetables, fruits you want to buy, so if you tell like this much of fruits, that much of vegetables, is it? No, you use some quantities, that is called that is you can ask 1 kg of potatoes, 1 kg of tomatoes, and 1 meter length of cloth. So likewise you can use the physical quantities, this weight, that is mass, kilogram, and length, that is in dimensions meter. So these and all called physical quantities. These are representing the properties of the objects. So weight or mass or length, time, the volume. If you want to buy a oils, if you fill the petrol, so you just ask 2 liter petrol, 5 liter petrol. So this represents the volume of that liquid. So similar way density. So if you take a chalk piece and if you take that is duster, so which one feeling good weight? So duster, it is made up of wood, and if you take metal of similar dimension, it will be very large weight. So due to the density of the materials, so wood is less density and metal is the high density. So these and all called simply physical quantities. So physical quantities are simply the quantities which can be measured directly or indirectly, in terms of which the physical laws can be expressed. By using the physical laws we can measure the quantities. So the quantities are further divided into 3 categories: fundamental or basic quantities, fundamental quantities or base quantity, next derived quantities, and supplementary quantities. So let me explain later what is the explanation of these quantities. And after the quantities we have to measure the quantities in some standard units. So weight is a physical quantity, but you have to measure in standard value, weight. So that standard value is called unit. So suppose weight is measured in kilogram. So weight is a physical quantity, or mass is a physical quantity, and the kilogram is called the unit of that physical quantity, and also the length is the physical quantity, and the meter is the unit of length, that physical quantity. So for every physical quantities are measured in terms of some standard values that are called units. The similar way the physical units are classified into fundamental or base units and derived units and also supplementary units. So for each quantities we have separate physical units. So there are three uniting system, that is previously the scientists of different countries have been used for various system of units. For at initially CGS system throughout the world they are used, that is CGS, centimeter for length, gram for mass and second for time. So centimeter, gram, second system, and then second system is FPS system. F for foot, foot is measured for length, and pound is the unit of mass, and second is the unit of time. This is followed by the British Council, so it is a British system also. And third one is the MKS system, for length meter, for mass kilogram, and for time second. So these units are representing the length, mass, time. So these are the various uniting system. So after that the SI units are followed nowadays. So the International Council of Units and Measurement decided to launch the standard uniting system, standard measuring system among the world, among the universe. So they concluded and they accepted a set of units that is called SI units, that is International System of Units. So the SI means the System International, it comes from French word System International, which means International System of Units, simply SI units. So SI units are finally accepted by the all scientists, and it is nowadays followed throughout the world how the SI units are arrived and physical quantities are explained. Now physical quantities, first one is the fundamental quantities. These are the very fundamental. So that's why it is called fundamental quantities. Only we have 7 physical quantities are called as fundamental quantities. So remaining all other quantities are derived from these only 7 quantities. So they are called derived quantities. So what are the 7 quantities? First one is the length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, and luminous intensity, finally amount of substance. Only these 7 are considered as fundamental quantities. And the unit will be for length meter, simple will be small m. So also the meter start with small m. For mass kilogram, here k is small and here also k is small, kilogram. For time second, and for temperature Kelvin, the symbol will be capital K. The symbol for unit Kelvin is capital K. For electric current ampere, symbol will be capital A. Here we can notice one thing, that here these symbols are written in small letters, but these are in capital letters because these are named by the scientist. Kelvin is the scientist, ampere is the scientist. So the units named after the scientist, if you want to write in symbol, you should use capital letters only. But if you write whole name, you should start with small letters. Kelvin small k and ampere small a, but in simple capital letters. So this is the very significant one to writing the SI units. For luminous intensity candela, candela also the scientist name, but we are using CD, so C is small. And last one is amount of substance is mole, also a scientist. So for simple is MOL. So these are called the fundamental quantities, and the units of the fundamental quantities are called the base units or fundamental units. These quantities are called physical, that is fundamental quantities, and the units of those are called fundamental units. Next we move to derived quantities. Already I told that derived quantities are the quantities derived from the fundamental quantities. So example, area. Area we know the length into breadth or length into the depth. Okay, we can write length into length, that is called the area. Length is a fundamental quantity, so both are fundamental quantities. So unit will be also meter squared, meter into meter, meter square. For volume, length into breadth into height. So all are distances, all are simply taken as length, all are same. So we can write meter into meter into meter, meter cube. The unit will be meter cube. So here the derived quantities are derived from these fundamental quantities called length. And the third one is velocity. We know the formula, displacement by time or distance by time for speed. So displacement also a length. So length by time, for length meter, for time second, the unit. So we can obtain m meter per second or meter second power minus 1. Next one is the acceleration. Acceleration formula we know, that is displacement by time squared, that is rate of change of velocity. So we can write displacement by time. Here velocity can be written as rate of change of displacement, that is displacement by time. Rate of change of means with respect to time. So here rate of change of displacement, so displacement by time square for acceleration. So meter per second square or meter second power minus 2. Then density, we know the formula density, mass per volume. Mass unit will be kilogram. For volume already we can write length into length into length. So meter cube. So kilogram by meter cube or kilogram meter power minus 3. So this here we can notice that all derived quantities are represented by the fundamental quantities. Length, here mass, here volume also length. So they are called as the derived quantities. Next, force formula, mass into acceleration. So mass is kilogram. For acceleration already we have derived. So displacement time squared. So length by time square. So meter second power minus 2 or Newton. SI unit will be Newton and derived unit will be kilogram meter second power minus 2. For simple capital N, if you write whole name, you start with the small n, Newton. And momentum we know, mass into velocity, mass times the velocity. So mass kilogram, velocity is the length square. So totally we can write kilogram meter second power minus 1. And work done or work or energy, simply work done is stored as energy. We know the unit for energy will be joule. So we can express the energy or work done as force into displacement, F into D. For force already we have the formula and unit, and displacement is unit will be length meter. So totally kilogram meter squared. For force kilogram meter second power minus 2. So into meter. So totally kilogram meter squared second power minus 2. Or the SI unit will be joule, capital J or small j o u l e, joule. Next, power. Power we know the formula, work done by time, the rate of doing work, that is called power. So simply work by time or energy by time. So formula will be joule per second. So our derived unit will be kilogram meter squared second power minus 1. For work done already we have kilogram meter squared second power minus 2 divided by time. So 1 second and second cancelled. So kilogram meter squared second power minus 1, or simply we can write joule per second. But SI unit is mainly used for power is watt. The power of the instruments is measured in terms of watts. So capital W, if you want full name, small w a t t. So watt. So these are called the derived quantities, because all the quantities are derived from fundamental quantities. All are in terms of fundamental quantities, and also the units are in terms of the fundamental units. So these are called derived units. Third one is the supplementary quantities. Only two quantities are called supplementary quantities. First one is the plane angle theta and the second one is the solid angle. So d omega, simply the omega is called solid angle. We know the plane angle theta, usually you are measuring the angle between the two lines or angle between the two planes are called plane angle. So usually measured by the symbol theta. So here we can write the theta can be written as, if you draw the circle and the distance between the two arms of the arc ds can be written as d theta, a small angle d theta can be written as the arc length ds by the radius of the arc r. So we can write theta equal to s by r. So this is called plane angle and the unit will be radian. The unit of the angle is actually SI unit is radian. The symbol will be RAD. But usually in practically we are using the degree. That is, for example, 20 degree, 30 degree, or we are using. But degree is not a SI unit. Radian only the SI unit. Second one is the solid angle omega. So it is defined as the angle subtended by the any surface at the center of the whole object. That is, if you take the sphere, if you consider a small area on the surface of the sphere, sphere is a three-dimensional object. So consider a small surface. So this surface, the angle of subtending by this surface at the center is called omega, that is solid angle. So solid angle can be written as d omega equal to the area dA divided by the square of the radius. So we can define as the solid angle, it is the ratio of the surface divided by the square of the radius. So it is called solid angle. Its SI unit will be radian. Simply we are mentioning small s and small r, radian. So angle is simply plane angle is using to represent in two dimensions. So solid angles are used for representing in a three dimensions. So how much the angle subtending a surface in a three dimensional objects like sphere, cylinder, cone, etc. So we can see briefly in later. Next, some general units that we are using apart from the SI unit. So usually we are using minutes for mentioning the time. So 1 minute equal to, we know, 60 second. So second only the SI unit. So we should write 60 seconds. Hour is mentioned for time also. So HR is the simple, and 1 hour will be 1 hour equal to 60 into 60, 60 minutes, and each minute having 60 seconds. So totally 60 into 60, 3600 seconds. And degree, so usually we are using degrees, that is 20 degree, 30 degree like. So but degree is not a SI unit. So radian is the SI unit. So we can convert the 1 degree into radian. 1 degree is equal to pi by 180 radian. We know pi equal to 180. The value of pi equal to 180 degree. That which means pi radian equal to 180 degree. So therefore 1 degree equal to, so taking 180 here as denominator. So we can write pi by 180 radian. Otherwise we can write 2 pi by 360 for a circle. So for a circle, total angle of a circle will be 360. So it is also denoted by 2 pi. So this is conversion of theta, that is in degree into radian. And next, liter. We are using the liter for representing the volume. So liters of liquids, petrols, oils, like that. symbol will be capital L, but we should represent in SI units. So liter can be expressed as 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube, and ton for weight, for weighing purpose, ton is used. Ton is equal to 10 to the power 3 kilogram, that is 1000 kilogram. And bar is used for measuring the atmospheric pressure. So small b a r is the symbol, and usually SI unit will be Pascal for the pressure. So 1 bar equal to 10 power 5 Pascal. So these are the some important general units. So every units should be written in the form of SI unit while solving the numericals or for calculating the dimensions. Only we should use the SI units. So SI units are the internationally accepted standard units. So we should use only SI units. So for solving the numericals, we are using some powers of tens. So here we are going to see abbreviations in powers of 10. 10 to the power plus 1 is called deca, DA symbol. 10 squared, 10 power 2 is hecta, 10 power 3 is kilo. So if you are using the meters, decameter, hectometer, kilometer, kilometer means 10 to the power 3 meter, kilometer, and 10 power 6 is called mega. So megahertz, the frequency of the FM or frequency of the television broadcasting will be mentioned in megahertz. So mega means 10 power 6. So 10 power 6 hertz. So the symbol will be mega, capital M. So that is 10 power 5 megahertz. So usually we are denoting like this. Mega means 10 power 6. So totally 10 power 5 plus 6, 10 to the power 11 hertz. So those we are using the mega. And 10 to the power 9 is called gigahertz or gigabyte. We are using the memory size in mobiles or pen drives. We are using gigabyte, that is GB. So giga means 10 to the power 9 byte. So 10 to the power 9 is called giga. Symbol will be capital G. And 10 to the power 12 is called tera. So these term we can use in the also same memory size, terabyte, TB. The memory of the hard disk, hard drives can be expressed in form of TB. TB means 10 to the power 12 byte. So it is called terabyte. So 10 to the power 12 is called tera, and 10 to the power 15 is called peta, and 10 to the power 18 is called exa. So similarly, these are the multiples of 10 expressed in some abbreviations. Also sub multiples in the order of minus. 10 to the power minus 1 is called deci. So decimeter, centimeters, millimeters are we are using in practically. So 10 to the power minus 1 is deci, minus 2 is called centi, and 10 to the power minus 3 is milli, millimeter, milligram. So we are using. So 10 to the power minus 3 is called milli, and micro, 10 to the power minus 6 is called micro. So micrometer, symbol is mu. So small, that is mu is taken as micro, micrometer. So microgram, microsecond that we are using. So which means 10 to the power minus 6, and nano, 10 to the power minus 9, nanometer. We are using nowadays nanotechnology, nanoscience, which means the particle size of the object will be 10 to the power minus 9 meter. And 10 to the power minus 12 is called pico. So pico, we are using the capacitor values, picofarads. So which means 10 to the power minus 12 farads. And 10 to the power minus 15 is called femto. So usually the range of the atoms, range of the nucleus are in terms of 10 to the power minus 15 meters. So they are called femtometers. And 10 to the power minus 18 are called atto. So this is also used for measure the distances. So these are the abbreviations of multiples of tens. So these are very very important while solving the numericals and for calculating purposes. So for doing some, so simply given as the abbreviations. So we should convert these abbreviations into perfect SI units. So these are very important to know.